What's going on, YouTube? Bringing you a little bit of Crysis 3 gameplay here on Skyline. This is one of the old Crysis 2 maps. But this commentary is not about the gameplay so much as it is one of the other things I enjoy, and that's peanut butter. Trader Joe's has a cookie butter out that is just superb. It makes a great sandwich. It's good on graham crackers. Yeah, the kids love it. I love it. Let me apologize for the frames going in the upper left-hand corner. I didn't disable that when I was doing my recording, so you get to see some of the performance specs, I guess, on my video card and hard drives and whatnot. So anyway, back to the peanut butter. The Trader Joe's cookie butter is just unbelievable. It's really good. You can't really break out the pieces of cookie that are in it, but it's got enough there that you know that they really wanted that to be a cookie too. It's the perfect marriage of sweet stuff. It's there to make every fat kid in the world happy. I'm a fat kid trapped in an old man's body. And if you look at me, I look like a fat man trapped in a fat man's body. So anyway, back to that was stupid. Anyway, back to the subject at hand. We're chatting about peanut butter. And Trader Joe's peanut butter is not the only kid on the block. Jif has their new hazelnut spread out there that's a Nutella knockoff. Which, Nutella's good. I'm not knocking it at all. But, yeah, the Jif Nutella knockoff is a whole lot cheaper. And probably my favorite one of those is the cappuccino mocha. It's just that little hint of coffee with a little bit of chocolate, the hazelnut. It's just... it's amazing. You smear that on a graham cracker and you can talk it into taking you anywhere. it makes everything better. But anyway, enough about that. You got the old school peanut butter, not necessarily the food stamp type peanut butter, the welfare peanut butter, or any of the other stuff. But you got the house brand peanut butter, whether it's Food Line or Publix brand or Home 360 or whatever it is. Speaking of which, I think Publix is talking about buying Harris Teeter. I'm curious about that, what that's going to do for house brands of peanut butter that I enjoy. But I'm wandering in. So, anyway, the old peanut butter that's not necessarily that good for you is not eat up with sugar, but it's high in oily peanut fat and everything that's right in the world there. You can't really knock it. It's cheap food, it fills bellies, and I grew up on the stuff, so that's pretty good on just a spoon too. You can't really go wrong. But somewhere between all three of those, there's a happy medium. You end up with your Skippies, your Jifs, regular, and then you get into the old time argument of crunchy versus smooth. You got to think about which ones you're going to use for cookies, which one you're going to use to make a peanut butter sandwich, what's good on a cracker, what kind of cracker you're going to put it on. Me, I'm from the old school. I like a decent saltine with just a little bit of funk to it. Not that it's been in the cabinet too long or anything like that, but maybe it's going just a little bit stale, so it's not going to turn immediately into powder when you try and chew it up. So you don't have to wrap it up in so much peanut butter to keep yourself from choking. But yeah, just a good old-fashioned saltine and some good salty, low-rent peanut butter. The house brand's just fine for it. Got a pretty good kill coming up right here, I think. If I remember correctly, it's pretty awesome. Enjoyed it. I was yelling out loud, surprised myself, and probably went and had a peanut butter sandwich right after. Just because I'm not that kind of guy. But no, it wasn't right here. It's coming up though. But that C-Flag's pretty popular. Anyway, back to the peanut butter. Yeah, the Jif hazelnut spread that's the Nutella knockoff, I said, is good on graham crackers. And then you get into other things. That was pretty dumb. I ran into that. But it probably cloaked when I should have hit maximum armor. But anyway. The Jif's good on graham crackers, higher rent toast, I guess. That sort of thing is more what it's meant for. You know, the Nutella crowd. That's who they're trying to take market share from. But yeah, I'm good with either way. As long as it's peanut butter, I can't really complain. Or nut butter. I'm sorry, it's probably the more appropriate way to address it. It's good. It's good. Yeah. Anybody who knows me knows I'm not gonna walk away from lunch to eat pasta, pizza, peanut butter. So anyway, it's not the kind of stuff you don't rub in your hair for fun or for other entertainment purposes, but it's good stuff. Anyway, going from bad to worse, or worse to even worse, or worst, where we're gonna delve into how to have the Trader Joe's cookie butter. So far, the most popular way in my crowd is to just grab a spoon and sit down and just, you know, eat your way from one end of the jar to the other kind of thing. You know, don't do it all at one time, but definitely do it. Shoot through a teammate, get the assist, but definitely do it. You gotta enjoy it, and yeah, everybody enjoys good food, and that's one of the best that you can have. It's not necessarily the best for you, but it's tasty, it's trendy, and you gotta support these things when they come into your area. You know, we're glad to have our Trader Joe's. We're glad to have a Harris Teeter, which had one a little closer to home, just so it would be more convenient to get things, regardless of what they are. But we're getting there a little at a time, and you know, it becomes more enjoyable. Yeah, it's not just through the peanut butter. Peanut butter is a big part of it, but you know, they've got good things. So we're making progress in the area. Baseball season's right around the corner, so get peanuts at the ballpark. So I have to chew up my own peanut butter, I guess. Instead of adding extra oil to the peanut butter, and use a little beer to help with the liquidity. So the really impressive thing coming up here on the C flag. You know, this is one of those classic check your corners kind of things. And you know, if you got somebody firing a corner, you definitely don't want to hang out there and wait on them to show up and finish killing you. So stack 3 up in a row right there, and really enjoyed myself on that one. This is another part where I was yelling out loud, just happy as I could be about it, and happy to be alive and to fix myself a peanut butter sandwich. Yeah, I'm thinking about having some of that Trader Joe's cookie butter right now. That'd be really good.
Nobody could call that. They were just on form today.